About here's where I'd have an intro video clip lined up, but I haven't really made this type of video before, so I forgot to make one. Here's a photo of my car, and on we go. Right, got my trusty cardboard template. I'm hoping to make something laid out like this, on that, wired up like this, according to that. Well, that's the intention. Execution, well, that's a different story. Let's see. The panel's going to sit on top of the strut tower, about like this. Only thing that's different is once the lift kit finally arrives and I get round to installing it, the protrusion from the top of the strut tower won't be there anymore, allowing the panel to sit that much lower. Enough of that, let's get into it. First of all, lay down the pattern, mark out where it's to be cut and folded. Find a way to clamp it to the bench so I can cut it, not the bench. Bit of zip zap here. I know what you're thinking. This looks like an aluminium oven tray. It's not. Okay, maybe it is. I'm a bit of a tight ass. More cutting. Done. Right on. Bit of the old rub on the edges. Some here, some there. Oh, don't forget the corner. Cool, onto the bending. First of all, I don't have a bender. Should probably have a bender. It'll be handy. As I'm cheap. Resourceful, I mean. As I'm resourceful, I'll make a primitive one out of some scrap steel and my vise. This first beam just runs down the side to try and give it some structural rigidity, as it's a little bit thinner alloy than I would have wanted. Close enough. Next up, the main 90-degree fold up the back. A bit of strategical wood to help, some safety taps for good measure. Fuck yeah. Let's see how she looks. Something like that. Bloody good. With that small initial bit of success, let's try my luck and mount some hardware. Grab the centre hole punch to line up some holes to mount the hardware. Careful. Easy, careful. Going to mount the relay holder up the top here. Sort of on a bit of an angle, hopefully the water will drain off it that way. Well, that's the intention. Need to make up a triangular bracket to go under there to hold it. A quick wee measure up, more marking, and some cutting. Zip zap. Mint. Over to some more folding. As this is a smaller piece, the bends have to be tighter. Need my old hammer set, and that one. Nice. More marking. As this is a smaller piece, bending gets a little bit more complicated in my homemade rig. Trying to get tight bends close to each other, have to get a little bit creative. Now I need to bend over 90 degrees, put a rod underneath, bit of steel, some hits. Well, bam! Ah, shit. Too much. Unbend that just a wee bit. Mint. More marking, more folding. Guess the angle, careful. Easy does it now. Set that in. Another mark. Another cut. Bit of rub. Don't forget the corner. Ooh, bloody mint. With that out of the way, on to drilling some holes. Drill bits. Grab a box of rivets. Grab my rivnut gun and some rivnuts. Do some pilot holes first. Then drill them out to the size of the rivnut inserts. Actually, I think I'll deburr them first. Oh, better not forget this one. Might as well drill it while I've got that drill out. About there will do. Right, mount this here. Some holes to screw the mount on. Right. First of all, rivet. Come on. Any minute now. Come on. Oh, there we go. Screws in. Relay still fits. Mint. Onto my newly found favourite tool, the rivnut gun, or nutserts, different people, different names. Basically, installs a threaded insert into sheet metal so you can easily use bolts in it. Fucking handy. See, look at that. How bloody good. Onto the rest of the holes. Only downside is there's no satisfying pop like a traditional rivet. Oh well, can't have it all I guess. Cock. Mint. Here's the board as it stands now. As you can see, I've got some screw terminals mounted on as well. They're a little bit ugly, a little bit cheap, but so am I, and I think it's the easiest way to interface all the in and out wires that I have on it. Now, I'm going to assume that nobody wants to sit here and look at my boarding head as I meticulously make and run all these individual little wires, so I'll save you that. We'll skip to the next part where the board's almost finished. Spent longer than I should have running the cables as tidy as possible for no other reason than it makes me happy. I appreciate a good bit of tidy cables. I'm genuinely surprised at how well it actually came out, so pretty stoked there. Now just gotta wait for the lift kit to come so I can install that, install this on the strut tower, install the switch panel in the roof of the car, then I can make a part 2 follow-up video showing how it all works and why I done it that way. Right on.